Hey everybody, we're here with Stratton Parr from the Parfait. I've known Stratton for what, 10 years, 11 years?
Like 12 to 13.
And I always envy you because even coming out of the gym after a hot, sweaty session, you were styled.
That's
I was
right.
not. So Stratton and I have been talking through the pandemic. I've been wearing yoga pants, t-shirts,
comfortable tennis shoes.
Yes. And you could walk in and you never look down on me.
And that's what everybody's wearing.
Yes.
And
you never
okay.
look down on me, but you just say, let's just do this. So I am here today to talk to the expert, Stratton Parr, and she has a new company. Can you tell us about that?
I started my own business in the fall with high hopes and a good trajectory to be a stylist, personal shopper, and closet therapist.
I love that.
And I have wonderful clients that I have a wonderful relationship with, but then a little thing called COVID happened, and because what I do is a personal, close relationship, I took that time to become a business lady and learn how to run a business, run a small business, my small business.
So what do you do? Like, you're coming to my house and you're gonna...
I offer styling services, which is basically helping you get dressed. I offer shopping services, which is let me go find things you need, or I think you need, or you think you need.
Do I have to go with you? Because I don't like them all.
You don't have to go with me if you don't want to. If you love to shop, we are two girlfriends shopping together. If you do not love to shop, thank God I do, and I go take care of that aspect for you. Or really, the best place to start is with the closet therapy, and that is going through your closet, hanger by hanger, deciding what to keep, what to get rid of, what to tailor, what to archive because it has sentimental value, and then what to, did I say donate, consign, resell. And that is really where I like to start with anyone, male or female, because it's good information, it's a cleansing and healing process, and then I know kind of what you're all about because you've allowed me into your closet.
And you said, we were talking a little bit before, you were talking about how you listen to people and try to extrapolate.
Mm-hmm. I think that is very important. I worked in retail for many years, and
it's fun.
But my mom's a therapist, so I've always learned about the importance of listening. But I get to know someone by the things you tell me, by the things you don't tell me. And that helps me figure out how to help you with your clothes, with your style, with how you want to present yourself.
So both of your parents were doctors. One was a dentist, one was a therapist. And what were your aspirations as a child?
Well, I know my mom wanted me to be a doctor, but I think she just wants anybody to be a doctor because she's putting that on my son and my niece and nephew now. So she's, But my dad, because he was a dentist, was a jewelry maker, and so that was always interesting. I guess that was his creativity, which was interesting. My mother was a dancer. So we just had creativity in our house, but I think for me, from a young age, I was dressed well. I had smock dresses. I didn't own jeans until I was like 13 because, I had other options. But I don't know. I think in high school, I wanted to be a professional dancer. In college, I wanted to write soap operas. And then I made my way through, I got a master's in education, so I taught little kids for a while. So it's a little bit of all over the place, but I think that the constant was always, and I was dressed well, because I have always loved clothes, and I have always used them to get dressed up, to express how I'm feeling, to occasionally show off, but mostly just, you know, when I look good, I feel good. When I feel good, I look good, and that's how.
So if you're having a bad day and you have to go to a party, do you wear this?
I would not go to the party. No, usually I notice if I am having a bad day, I'm more somber. I don't gravitate towards the color black, but on a bad day, I'm in black, I'm in navy. This was chosen for you, of course.
Yes.
But
all the way down to the shoes, which are fantastic.
Which are, you know, shoes are the new hats. You know, in the 1950s, that was the art. The expression was wearing a beautiful hat, but nobody wears hats anymore. It's all about shoes. So, but no, when I work, I prefer to wear pants because I think I am, you know, up and down and all over the place. Although my go-to is always a dress or a skirt with pleats. But when I work, I like to have.
Well, you have the figure for it too. Is there, like, when you look at somebody, do you look at so when you're looking at somebody, they're an apple, they're a pear shape or anything, do you know, like, the little tips and tricks to help them look like a size 4?
I think I like to work with what we're working with. I think, yes, there are cheats, and you're always wanting to elongate the frame. And if that is, you know, doing something with the hem or doing something with another layer, yeah, there are ways to play, but I always feel like that's being disrespectful of a person's body to try to make it something different. So I do always prefer to play dress up and try things on because I need to see it and the client needs to see it. But yes, there are always things you can play with, the color of a shoe or the color you put on.
Even the accessories.
A scarf is always a miracle worker, or, you know, good belt. But I like to work with what I'm working with and honor and respect that figure. That makes more sense to me.
It does.
And I think it's just, you know, we have these bodies for a reason. So.
Yes.
So we have to work with what we've got.
And to save the climate, we were talking a little bit about that before, but first and foremost, what are some key pieces that everybody needs in their closet, and not a tree grinder outside right now,
I know.
Of all days.
Thank you, Lake Forest Power. Seasonally, I do rotate my closet 2 times a year because I like to. So right now, since we are moving into fall, it's great to have a leather jacket or a vegan leather jacket if you don't wear leather. Denim is a wonderful thing to have in your closet. In any kind of wash, here's a dark denim jean, a light denim button down. I chose a color palette that speaks to fall. I also know that it looks really good on me because it came out of my closet. But some people, you know, I love turtlenecks. Some people don't. You know, if you don't have a longer neck, a turtleneck is not your friend. If you know, have a larger chest, a V-neck is your friend because it opens you up here. Cardigans are always nice because they can go over anything and act as another layer, a second piece, a third piece. I do like blazers, the more casual ones. This is a knit, so it's a great piece. Again, just to throw on over things from jeans to a nice skirt. So I don't really subscribe to capsule wardrobes. I know a lot of people do, and if that works for you, then that's good. Because then you just have 30 pieces to play with, and it makes your life easier. I love clothes, so if I had to limit myself, I would cry. But I do think there are things in your own personal style that you should have. Good jeans, a great pencil skirt,
A little black dress.
a little black dress, a drinking and dying dress, I think a client called. But like I said earlier, I don't really wear black, so it's not the first thing I will, unless I am going to a cocktail party or a funeral. You know, it's not the first thing I'm going to pull out because I have so many other options.
So do you think people look good in black? I think the
Yes.
mainstream. Yeah.
Yes, it is a very flattering color on everybody, but so is cobalt blue, kind of like this kind of blue. That color looks amazing on everybody. Everybody. Yellow, you have to find your yellow. You know, pink, you have to find your pink. But I do think black looks good. You know, it's classic. But I have discovered that cobalt blue gives black a run for its money.
Oh, I like cobalt blue better.
I
So,
do too.
If you're going to invest in clothes,
Mhm.
tailored look, something that's going to speak to you that you can wear multiple times, like
Uh-huh.
what would you get?
I think a good blazer, a good pencil skirt, a good pair of jeans, and really a good seamstress. I think having a seamstress who you have a relationship with is magic, because a seamstress is going to be able to look at something and make it look the best on you.
Yeah.
Because we all buy at the mall or the Target or whatever, and they are standard size runs. And
I
so,
wish they were standard, because you can buy a size
well, they're
8.
not standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's with vanity sizing and a total lack of standard sizing, then they're just made for the masses. So that's how you can look like you own your clothes, is when you have them tailored.
Mhm.
And I have an opinion of what looks good, but a seamstress is going to see it as a whole garment and fix what needs to be tweaked.
Yeah.
So, did that answer your question?
Yes, it did answer my question. So there's always accessories too. How do you know what's right? Do you look at yourself in the mirror before you leave and say, I need to take one thing off? Because that's...
Usually I end up putting one thing on because I don't think I accessorize enough. But yes, that whole, I think once you start to trust your instincts about putting yourself together, you will know if you need one more bracelet, or like with this outfit. I like the way it all came together, but I added the necklace as a last minute because it needed a little, it was too much sweater. So, and that I think is just trusting my instincts that something is almost, but not quite right, and add. But then if you feel like, unless you are Iris Apfel with your thousands of everything, you know, just, it's about balance.
And I hate to say that we do judge a book by its cover,
Yes,
you know,
we
and
do.
I actually do. I judge wine bottles by their cover.
That's
and,
right.
You know,
Yeah.
I think you can go for a look and you try
Mhm.
to be unique. I remember people in high school being like, I'm following what the Cure was reading. I'm going to wear black with black
Right.
leather jackets and black everything. And you look just like everybody else who
Right.
was trying to do the same thing.
Right.
So what makes you stand out from something like that when you're trying to follow the trend and we're all trying to look like Beyonce on a $100 budget?
Right. Fan.
Yes.
Very fan run. I think that's personal style. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's the benefit and the fun of working with somebody who's made their profession out of styling, is learning what your personal style is and how you are expressing that every time you get dressed.
And that's comfort too.
And
Comfort,
there is
colors.
comfort to sit in your personal style and know, one, I know how these clothes are going to look on me, and two, I know how to go out into the world, and if I need to shop for something, I know how to make a smart choice in my shopping because I know what looks good on me. Because
Yeah.
I've learned that from my stylist, Stratton.
And you've given me little tips and tricks, and you've also
I
given my
try.
son tips.
I
So,
did.
Yes, and he's like, "Stop buying me clothes, Mom." Yeah.
But I think men definitely, they have, we are a, visual society now with social media and everything else. And so men have opinions about their clothes. They don't care as much sometimes, but they do. And I think Josh identified he needed a cardigan. It's like, okay, well, I know where you can go to get a cardigan, but let's make sure, it fits well and it looks good and it feels good, because with men, if it doesn't feel good, then, they're not gonna.
And you can think it's going to look good, but then you try it on.
Right.
Which I hate trying on clothes.
Right. And that's the thing. I am not much of an online shopper, but I recognize and respect that that's how people shop most of the time. So having a second set of eyes after you do your online shopping is helpful, because I'm going to see things differently than you do, or at least have an opinion. I'm very opinionated, and I love sharing my opinions, so I will tell you and be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So he's 6'4" and 120 pounds. So how would you style him different as opposed to the guy out in the street cutting down the trees?
Well, I think Josh, I love men's frames because they are all, shoulders and regardless of height or not. But I think for Josh, it was nice because when he said, I want a cardigan, it's like I can see, okay, well, this would look good on him and this would look good on him, and he could put this together. And it's not shoving him far outside of his comfort zone. It's just, this is how we can augment what you're working with to make it.
It's not
fashion.
A Mr. Rogers cardigan.
No.
No, but I can picture rolled up sleeves.
Right. But a Mr. Rogers cardigan is great. And that's like his, that's his signature thing. It's like he meant business when he, or he meant play when he put that thing on.
My hardest thing is I went to Catholic school, so I wore a uniform for 12 years, and then we had Garanimals, which were my play clothes. So everything had a tiger, had to match a tiger. I don't know what my personal style is. I try to pretend, and I can look in the mirror, but to be objective about that, I think is where you come in.
Right.
So how much would it cost? I mean, it's going to cost a lot for me, but
well, it's not cheap. And that I think can be a turnoff. I charge an hourly rate. I have packages that I offer, and I'm always willing to work with people's budgets. I think that is what the appeal of like a Stitch Fix or a Trunk Club or any of the other subscription services is, because people do want that help, and I want your, I want you to pick things for me.
But that's an algorithm too. It's not necessarily.
It is, and that's exactly, and that's what I stress, is that I am a real person with heart and eyes, and I love what I do, and so.
And you worked at Saks. Tell us about that morning thing, because I love that. I
have worked in consignment, a little boutique down in Lafayette Village. And then I worked at Saks here, and it was the greatest experience of my life as far as learning about customer service and luxury goods and beautiful things. And so when I pulled these clothes, I was doing it off of the inspiration of my old boss, Patty, who has worked in retail for her whole career. Patty was good at just throwing outfits together, and so it was fun to kind of get, creative ideas by seeing things we had hanging on the racks, and I could do this with it, and I could do that with that, and that's the point, really, of having a nice wardrobe, is that everything can play together nicely. And you don't just have to have a Garanimals uniform. Yeah. Some people are that way, and that is their personal style. They need it to match. They wear the same top with the same pair of pants, and that's the outfit. And that's your uniform. And there's comfort in that. So if that's how you operate, it is not my job to come in and trash all of that, because that creates anxiety. It's my job as a stylist to meet you where you are. And then if you want to take it up a notch, or you recognize that you need to be led a little bit, that's where we go.
You just push your head in the right direction. Because I don't think anybody is taught this,
No.
unless you have a mom like you who's going to teach you.
Right.
But most of us don't know what looks good on us.
Right, and because we shop by ourselves, we don't go into a place, that has the customer service level that provides that second set of eyes, and a lot of people that makes it's uncomfortable or it's awkward, but I do think once you experience that, then you're like, why did I ever do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's why I shop at Our Tree, which is right next door to page 158.
Right, yes.
And she will say, no, that I say, I'll never fit into that. No, I don't like that look on me. And I come out of the closet and wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you and I are going to actually take a trip in there one day too and talk to Stephanie.
Excited.
Yay. Do you have a couple books that you go to? I know you've ordered a bunch of books from us.
I
that,
love books.
Yes.
Yes. I text Sue whenever I need anything.
Yeah.
I regret that I don't know how to sew. I never learned how to sew. I wasn't interested in it, and then I think I grew up in a time where that was not necessary because women were going to, be able to go anywhere and do anything, and so you don't need to learn how to cook or wash clothes or sew. so I collect vintage or just etiquette books, sewing books, pattern books. I collect a lot when I am at a thrift store or somewhere. I'm always looking because I love to read that type of stuff. I have a Better Homes and Gardens from the 70s, which is awesome.
But the icon books, like you have.
I love
Diana.
The big Alexander Mcqueen. This book,
Yeah.
is just a beautiful. It's from the exhibition in New York. So it's just. I have my magazines, and I love to flip through Vogue, and then I love to read biographies. I read a great biography on Jackie Kennedy.
The epitome of style.
Yeah,
And
but I
Diana.
wanted to know more about who she really was, and so.
And they were style.
One.
They were great style icons.
And how did that happen? How did that? What did we want from her? What did she give? What did she get out of it? So, and there was a great exhibit on her. Was that in Chicago or New York? Anyway, I just
It's
love.
art.
I love all aspects of style and clothing and the people who wear these things, and it's my passion.
We were talking before. Do you remember a funny story? You want to sit down?
Have a seat. A bad hostess.
No.
Let's see.
Did you ever have to duct tape yourself into a dress?
I have not. I
Yay.
always have Hollywood fashion tape with me in case a hem falls out.
How about a strapless dress? I know I went to a prom once and I thought it'd be flattering, it would stay up, and I spent the whole night pulling the dress
Pointing
up.
on it.
So you need to be comfortable, because I think you have confidence when you feel comfortable. And that's what
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you can just kind
You
of
carry yourself better.
vibe into your clothes, and you stop thinking about it. But yes, like the Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction. I've never
Have you seen anybody else with it? Because they thought they would nail it?
Well,
can come back
that's,
to that.
That's something I find that I do everywhere is I'm always restyling people.
So we should go to the airport and just sit and watch
Exactly.
everybody? Okay.
And it is without judgment, but it is fun for me because it's like, all right, what would I do differently to make that a more successful outfit? I do it when I watch television. I'm always watching to see why, people are wearing the things they are and what that's supposed to say about them.
Yeah, because it does matter. Yeah.
But then you should sort of not even notice it because it's just, it shouldn't stand out. It shouldn't be ridiculous. But no, I can't think. I of course will think of a wardrobe malfunction story at some point.
You can call us later. I do want to mention too what you did here.
It was so fun. My friend Dustin, who I met at Saks, and I got to style a fall fashion photo shoot and for Midtown Magazine, and we had a ball, and we put in, you know, close to 40 hours with all of the vendors and boutiques to pull these looks. We had several clothing racks, 3 models to dress. We got jewelry from Finks, and it was just, for someone who is new to this profession, it was just such a treat and a highlight. And then it's like I'm so proud of it.
Do you have a favorite shot in there?
The front. I'll show you the cover, because the model was just, well, I'll show you the inside. The model was just this gorgeous redhead.
Yeah.
And so we chose a color palette, a fall color palette, you know, knowing that it would look good on her. And then as a last minute, we just popped red lipstick onto her, and it just, I think, made it just made the shot.
She's comfortable. She's stylish.
Yes.
Cozy. Yeah.
But
that's the whole scene.
That was really a fun experience for me to get to share with another stylist, my friend Dustin, and we found out that we work really well together. So,
well, I hope you do another one. It
yeah,
is
I
beautiful.
want to. I want, you know, but yeah, so this is kind of the one aspect of it, and then this with you is the other aspect of it. It's all clothes, you know, all.
We can play dress up, and we can play Barbies. My Barbies always got dressed up and never went anywhere.
Okay.
We were all playing the same thing, but
my Barbie worked at McDonald's.
But she looked cute.
Well, she had the McDonald's uniform, but then she also had this gorgeous, it was a red bodice and then a big full skirt with velvet hearts on it. So she would wear her uniform during the day, and then she'd come home and switch it to her girlfriend.
So you can have fun. You can have fun with this.
In the Winnebago.
Yay!
They had a Winnebago too.
Oh, the 70s were fun.
I don't remember what Ken ever wore. So that really, you know, I don't know what. I guess Ken had clothes. I don't know. I was more focused on Barbie.
Well, Stratton, I can't thank you enough. If people want to reach you for a closet makeover, I mean, now's the time.
Yes, I would love to help however I can. My website is thestyleparfait.com, and you can contact me. I love text. I don't love talking on the phone, but I will.
Yes.
But I really am. I love what I do. I love to share it.
You're personable, and you'd be like a friend. It would be like shopping with a friend.
I'm like your girlfriend. Thank you.
Yeah. Parton, thank you so much. Stratton. Parton?
Stratton Parr.
Stratton
And that's
Parr.
where the Parfait came from, because my last name is Parr, and I think of Parfait, although it does mean perfection, I also think of it as just a layered loveliness that can be whatever you want it to be.
So Stratton, you're here to make us polished and shine and make us feel comfortable, which gives us confidence.
Confident for sure. It's such a beautiful thing to have confidence in yourself.
Yes.
Cheesy.
No, it's not, because it really, you can wear the right shirt.
It is, I think, when you have confidence, you can go take care of anything in your life. You know, if it's groceries or kicking ass at work or whatever. So, and clothes help.
You are going through my closet because it needs help.
I'm so excited.
Oh, we will show you the before and after pictures there. Thank you so much, Stratton, and look for her at the Stratton Parr at the Styled Parfait.
Yay!
And I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.